Okay, so you are playing Sailor Peace, but your damage is nowhere to be found. I was in that same bracket, so I tried to help you guys as much as I can. And if you have more questions or like you don't have the exact same weapon as me, or you need to farm something, let me know. Comment down below, and I'm gonna try to help you if I can. But that being said, damage. So what you want to do is, if it comes to damage, what you want to do is a couple of things. So now you are a ascendant player. You're not like a noob or anything. This is also for noobs though. If a noob knows how to play, so it is on that. So what you got to do first is a couple of things. You need a lot of resources, and even though to do a couple of stuff if it comes to damage. So you need to AFK. So what I recommend, not only AFK, but it's gonna help a ton. So let's start is first with the big thing is the AFK. So what I recommend you to do right now, as you have a DPS, I don't know what your DPS is. You know what your DPS is. So if you feel comfortable by AFKing one of these islands, and you feel like, let's just say you go down and you're not able to kill, like, let's just say the mobs in any island, just go back to the previous island where you could do that. Keep farming those um keep farming those mobs, and you will be okay. Right now I am in Lola's. This is the best farming spot. If you are able to come to Lola's, it's gonna save you a ton of resources. It's going to save you a ton of time too, because you're going to get crazy resources. But if you're somebody like me, farming every single island for resources, you can do that. So every single time when you are able to AFK, make sure you take the quest. And yeah, just the new thing right here, the auto attack is so good. So you just use your C and boom. So that's just the number one thing that I recommend you to do, because it drops everything here and EXP and stuff. You can get red chests from here. You can get everything. Like you can get it all. I managed to get, like, like, use my stuff. So because I'm farming for Z stats, but you get the picture. So yeah. And one big tip to farm on lowlands to get stronger is because these power shards are dropping from these mobs. So it's a 3 burst, 1 zone. And if you get tired, um, you can summon Atomic, and you be like, bro, Atomic, what's up? I'm rocking the Consumer build right now. So yeah, but that's what you gotta do, and then it's dropping easy. So that's just your way of auto farming, or let's just say perfect farming. All right. And then over the next thing, if you have been AFKing, there is another thing that you gotta watch out for, are these artifacts. So artifacts are your bread and butter. So what is actually the core of how to level up in a big way? Like, you want to get stronger, but not too much. Yada yada yada. How do you get stronger in that sense? So basically, it all comes to RNG or drops. So the drops are gonna be from it's gonna be like the artifacts. You will get the mission if you didn't skip it. You get the mission from Snow Island. That's where it begins. Snow Island is right here. So make your way over to Snow Island, and if you make your way over to Snow Island, will see these artifacts, and also the artifacts milestone. So the artifacts is right here. You can see it, but you can also go to the inventory and click on artifacts. It's the same thing menu wise, and you will have here the artifacts. The best way to level this up is by AFKing or playing the game. It's gonna drop. It's gonna have like a drop chance of dropping legendary, epic, rare, and comment. So just make sure you just AFK before you go to bed. Right here, I got level 23. I claim it, and I got these rewards. Nice. But overall, the easiest way, if you are getting legendary and you don't have dust, you'd be like, what is dust? Dust is something, if I go to a level 0, dust is something that you need to level up your gear. So for example, this is all RNG. The best stats on the gears are damage, crit chance, and crit damage. Their overall universal stats, if you are struggling, I would go for HP regen or damage reduction. Both are good. But if you want to be a little bit more tanky, uh, uh, like DPS, like the reduction of the DPS, all right? DPS reduction, all right? So, but you put 300 in here. That's what you need, 300. And then you level it up, and it's going to have a random stats for you. So these stats can vary. So this one's actually a pretty good one. I got lucky on the video. It's what I told you: crit damage, damage, and crit chance. This percentage needs to be high, so it varies to a number. Let's just say between 0 and 20. I would say. So yeah, they vary, but still, you get a portion of the damage. Every single set in the game has a bonus. So you can say like the this set right here gives these substats, and the other set, the void set, gives a lot of also a different types of sets. So it is what you want to go for. In my opinion, crit damage, crit chance, and lifesteal is good too, because you can get your damage in other ways. But this is a really good set to go for. Both of them, it's just what you want to go for. There are more. If it's a legendary, suit what you want to go for and go for that. And something else, how to get again buffer stronger is by using titles. That's the other part. Titles are the one that you need. How do you unlock them? It's very simple. If a title is locked, you just go over to the title. You just click here again, go to inventory and to titles. And then afterwards, you just, if it's locked, you click on it. It's going to say what you need to do. So you click again, it says drop some manipulator, boss 2%, and I'm on a PD. So that's how you get it. It's that simple. Soul Reaper, you click on it. Again, it's a 1%, and then it's guaranteed. Okay, so that's how you get titles. If there's any other way, like something else that you need to do, it's saying it, and you go. You also have the seasonal titles. Is let's see right here. I need to scroll. I wanted to do it with my mouse. So you got seasonal titles. I wasn't here with a seasonal title like Santa. It's kind of like only complete Santa quest. So these are seasonal. It would be nice if I could like clear this out. But we're gonna wait for a seasonal to fix this. Okay. So I also get the highest one, the DPS. This is what I would show you. Is 6-eye demon. You get this from the demon, the new demon that just dropped. Moon update. He will drop the I'll just say the title, and overall it's a good damage. 85%. It's good. It's just on the flat. And that was it for those for that section. Now we are going to in the nitty gritty of what you need to get yourself if it comes not for AFK. So ruins is the one that you need. It starts from you be like, what is this? Well, basically a small portion of the ruins come from the ruin dungeon, and another portion, which are the secret ones, come from the tower. I wouldn't focus yet on the tower because that is just min-maxing your DPS to the limit. Your best way to go is for the Hafuk. Well, Hafuk, I will equip it so you can see what the thing is and how the runes work. So you can see here, if I got it equipped, Hafuk gives me 88 damage. The multiplier is on 1.8. The way this works is that you need to level up your rune. So it isn't like when a rune is like a higher stage, like 18 or 12 or 100 plus. That doesn't make the rune stronger. The reason why this is like that. It's just a drop. The ruin your level 2 dungeons, like what I did, is not a 100% confirmed. But the what I did for ruins, I did dungeons, I killed mobs, I did a lot of things, and it leveled up. I didn't really do the dungeon. The only way that I did the dungeon is the reason why is because I needed to do some quests for my ascendant, so to rank up. That's what it is. Like I didn't do anything but dungeons and just doing my thing. So it wasn't like really focused on ruin dungeons. So just keep doing all you got to do, and then it will drop. So in my opinion, quote unquote, ruins level up by doing dungeons. I think tower counts for it too. So yeah, that being said, even though for hockey and all of your other stats, keep doing just dungeons over and over again, or tower, or just other activities. Your main stats, if it comes to here, they will also be maxed. So keep doing that. Just have fun with the game, loot up. All right, that's that. Then it comes to the weapons. Weapon by choice, melee by choice is up to you. What is stronger? What is not stronger? You should not go for meta always, because sometimes you are in the meta and you hitting like a white noodle. So and you're gonna be like, hey, help me please. So if you want to be that guy, go ahead. A lot of people gonna help you if you are offering something or just buy friendly stuff. So that's also nice from the community. But you're gonna also have people that are gonna say like, I don't want to help you. So yeah, but then for that, I can show you like what the best way to do it yourself. So make sure you have B10 on your weapons to make it really stronger. Because if you don't have beat 10, it's going to be a little bit harder because you're missing out on a lot of damage. So over enhancing and buffing your weapons, I will do that I will tell you in a second. But just get the weapon that you want or the swords what you want, and then keep on using that sword. Get used to it because it's going to be a lot of fun when you master a weapon. Not only doing the what does it say, the broken damage or whatever what the weapon has to offer. So how do you test your skill with a weapon to like efficiently like move around? I would say the atomic is one of my favorite weapons. Why? The abilities are super on a low cooldown, and it comes to my gear stuff like that. If you guys want to know or want to know how can you get your low cooldown, I will make a separate video for that. But here you go, like the atomic is right here. You use this. It has a jump with it, and overall, I'll use my X mix move and then go ahead and then use my C move, and we're just going around that. I'm not really using the thing. I'm like moving around and I use my C ability because these mobs are gonna get destroyed. And yeah, so boom. The reason why I'm playing like this, I don't know. I feel like the game is going to add a couple of things. So my plays have always been like this. So it is a really, really good weapon and it looks also nice. So that's being said. All right. So that's the atomic. That's my favorite weapon. My next favorite melee weapon is I don't really have one to be honest, but Moonslayer looks nice. But King of Heroes is the one that you want to go for if it comes to AOEing. All right, is the one that you want to go for because of the V ability. The V ability just annihilates, and if you got this to feed, I say V10, B10, then you just do a lot of damage and a lot of damage. So yeah, just make sure you check that out, and if you want to know where these stuffs are, you just yeah, just ask me on Discord. All right. So that's that. And how do you enhance your weapon? Well, that should not come as a stranger to you. If you went to I'm calling these guys the Sorcery Brothers. Well, if you get to the Sorcery Brothers, you just go to first if you have a gear, enhance your gear, and how do you get this? It shouldn't be a question because every boss almost drops one. Before you defeat a boss or gonna fight a boss, it tells you like here. I'm looking at Curse King. He's telling me what he's gonna drop. So before you even touch a boss, just look for what you want to go for. Like Curse King right here, he drops the Fang. You just try to annihilate him, and he drops this Mantle Fang. So that's basically it. So make sure you just look and before you attack. So if you're gonna go to the blessing is it's like it's going to show you inventory and it's going to tell you which weapon you have right now, which just makes sense. The weapon that are like maxed out is not going to show anymore. So example, I'm going to use one of my favorite weapons is this one. You just click on bless and it's going to bless the weapon. It's that simple. Sometimes you got to wait a little bit, but this is how you get your percentage a little bit up. And yeah, just a minor small damage to your percentage of overall damage. So talking about damage and overall damage, go to your stats and then it's going to show you where your stats are coming from. So basically your damage, click on it, it's going to say it comes from stats rolls, it comes from traits, it comes from races, it comes from clans, accessories, artifacts, and so on and so on. You can just read where your damage is coming from. And if you want a specific, in the meaning like, let's just say, if you want to min max your crit damage or your crit chance, and you'll be like, my crit chance is way too high than my crit chance is way too high than my crit damage. Check where it comes from and try to roll in that specific stats to overall make your damage higher. So that is what you need to do. So pay attention to your resources and also where your damage is coming from. Again, I keep need to say it. Crit chance, crit damage, damage is your main stat. So make sure you focus on those stats. You want to hit 100 billion, right? Right? Yeah. Focus on those stats. Believe. All right. I need to break this down because they're not really breakdown videos, so that's why I make this one for you. All right, so we are gonna check out the curse. We just do this, and we got no. And chat, keep in mind. Oh, chat. Oh my god, used to stream, man. Um, the uncommon and the uncommon till epic is not showing on my screen because I only want to see legendary and mythical because I don't need to see that anymore because I know what's gonna drop for me. So yeah, here also he didn't drop it. So that means like he didn't drop the resources what I need. So and if it comes to farming, just off target here. But if it comes to farming, make sure you just kill every boss because it's just fun to get all the resources that you need. I don't know, like it's just go to Ninja Island and try to fight him. And as soon as you fight him, he can drop like resources. And the thing is, like the resources what he is dropping is like um people need it. So if you get like people their resources, you can trade it off for something. Oh, I'm getting stuck. Something different than you already had. All right. So keep doing that. That is my take on those bosses. But back to DPS, in my opinion, then you will go to, you can do it over here, but it's not necessary to do it over here. I would just go to the main island. And as soon as you are on the main island, make your way over to I say main island, but the hub. I'm calling it the hub island. You make your way over here and you're going to go to Ascent. Like Ascent, I am Ascent. You can see my Ascent. I was not busy with this, but I'm working on it because I only need these two. Pretty easy to get. But the Ascent, in my opinion, doesn't make you. I gotta talk about this because it doesn't make you stronger, but it's making you quality of life changes better. It's gonna give you luck, which is the best, the main stat in the game, even better than damage, and crit chance. Luck is where it all comes from. If it comes to loot, if it comes to everything, so make sure your luck is really high. So you gotta focus on luck a lot. Kitsune, which is we're gonna talk about that. Kitsune, you need it, you really, really need it. And also a rune, you need it to make your luck really, really high. 10% money and 10% gems. The higher this get, the more you get. So yeah, it's just you need to focus on that. Um, in my opinion, also keep destroying the beginner bosses for the loots. Again, for the community, so you can trade them off because a lot of people are asking for those builds, and then you can just trade off for them. Stats rolls, very important. The stats roll are like your bread and butter if it comes to end game. This is not really like early game, end game level. It is more efficient, like mid game, end game, when you are getting a lot of gems, tons of gems, while AFKing or opening red chest, blue chest, yellow chest. Um, you just get a lot. All right. So, and then target from the one that you want. As you can see, I can do like on this one if I want to. It's going to say no. But this one is going to open up auto. You click on it. And then when you don't want to have, you need to 700, by the way, for an SS, like SSS, double, triple SSS. So 700 gems is, no, I'm lying. So one roll is 500. So you need to calculate 500 divide 700, and that's the amount of damage that you want. That's for all. And one is like, you can see here, 1,000, and then you need to divide it by 7,000, 700. So, and that's a guaranteed SS. All right. So do the math, then you get that SS stats easily. So it's not for the one that is just starting. It's for people that are just like having gems and knowing how to get gems. All right. So titles, we went over that. Merchant, not really important, and we're gonna go to the traits. Traits are your one, also like stats, your best friend to nullify your DPS, stable DPS. So we are gonna go for here is the Emperor, like is a good trait. Gives them multiplier, defense and cooldown 30%, which is good. So that's why it's so good to get the trait. Pity, not really important to look at pity for 2,500. These traits you will get a lot. You will get a lot, bro. So don't worry about this one. And if you're struggling with traits, hey, comment down below. I will give you some traits. Yeah. Put your username in the chat. I will give you some traits. Okay. Not really hard. Then we're gonna go to the other part. Is the clan. The clans are right now. Look, Kitsune, like I said, Kitsune is one of your best one. It's give you sword multiplier, luck multiplier, 60% HP, 10% melee. So it's an overall doing DPS in both ways, and then a whoppy 50% damage, which is good. And then Kitsune combine, which is for the luck, Kitsune combined with Radiant, but I'm not gonna talk about Radiant because it's kind of impossible for you to get Radiant at the stage maybe that you are. But if you are lucky, Radiant is going to give you like if you go to Radiant right now, let's see, we equip Radiant. If I'm lucky, it is equipped because it's kind of buggy. Radiant gives a 20 plus, 28 plus luck. It's really strong. It's really really strong if it comes to that. And then overall, if you are making your way to Ascent and you all do all the quests for the Ascent, you will get more and more luck, and that's gonna bump up your luck to the fullest. My luck is not that high, but I still got a 544 if I think that I put all of my stats correctly. But you can get this luck more up. What you can also do with the luck, if you want, you can go to the. Let's go there because I don't want to talk and not showing it actually. But we can go to the where is it? Specs. We can go to specs, and then when you are at specs, you can get the luck V on legendary if you're lucky, literally lucky, and then the 50% extra on the weapon. Then you have an ultimate luck build. But I don't recommend you going ultimate luck because you gotta do damage. But it's like overall, if your main stats are looking good, if it comes to like the gear, and like I said, you need to upgrade it to 10. It's gonna cost you resources, but if you manage to do all of that, you can rely on luck. So you can rely on luck if it comes to farming, but if it comes to hardcore bosses, of course you got to go DPS. So if that makes sense, so I think this makes sense. And then we're gonna go over clan. Well, clans are a little bit different. They give you again also stats, but sometimes they give you another perk. As you can see, my clan is Eminus. It gives you a 25% chance to drop an item. So that's really good. How do clans work? I'm gonna demonstrate you. Maybe you don't know how it works or where to go. So we're gonna go here. I'm gonna close this to Eminence. Now, as you can see, I have no clan. So the clan none. So how can you get a clan? It's very simple. You go into your inventory. There's a search bar here. You type in clan, and that's gonna be your clan. So I'm gonna use 300. You can type it 300, and it's gonna roll the clan. So you just gotta wait till it rolls. But I did something here in my settings that you can see here clans, and I did everything only about upper. So I did upper. But let's just say if I do everything here, it's gonna give me like a random race whatsoever. So that being said, it's counting. If it didn't find a race, you got to do it again till you got a race. You got clan rerolls and you got untradeable clan rerolls. So use whatever you want. They are the same. One is not for trading and one is for trading. So yeah, that's basically it if it comes to getting your stuff. So basically some RNG, some farming that you can just guaranteed get it. So it's up to you what you do. Otherwise, you're gonna ask people for stuff. But basically, that's what you want to do. Um, Other than that, I think if it comes to the overall DPS and what I told you about the gear, sum it up, sink it in. I think this is the core system of leveling and getting your stuff done. And then the other parts come if it comes to putting your stats correctly and stuff like that, because it makes sense. You can see here, these are the main stats that you want to go for. If you are using a fruit, well, remove the one, your main weapon, melee or sword, put it in power, but I don't recommend putting it in power because powers are not good right now. I'm using the light right now because I am going just flying around. I'm just using it just for flying on the V. And I do like it. So if you guys like it, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. And if you need more and more and more and more and more stuff, let me know, comment down below. Let's kill this. I'm farming, by the way, Shinobi. Do you got him? Do you got him? Let me know. All right. See you guys soon. As always, if I missed something, put it in the chat. But I think overall core damage is here. So yeah, good luck. Have fun. See you guys soon. Peace.